Good afternoon. Welcome, everyone. I am Rushda Zafar, and I'm thrilled to be your moderator for today's session titled Technology as the Catalyst Smart Solution Driving the Future of Vertical Farming. Well, vertical farming is no longer just a futuristic concept. It's rapidly shaping the way we grow food, especially in the regions that are challenged by climate change, urbanization, and resource scarcity. Today's discussion brings together some of the brightest minds from the industry, leading organizations who are driving innovation with smart solutions, from AI to advanced automation and environmental control. Let me begin by introducing our incredible panelists for today. So we have Subhajit Sinha, CEO and founder of For Climate. We welcome you, Subhajit Sinha.
Thank you, Rushda. Thanks for
Then
having
we have Mahdi Alhindawi, CEO and founder from Enjazponic. We welcome you, Mahdi.
Very much.
Yeah. Then we have next in line Valentina Perelli. She is the sales manager at I.E.M.A. We welcome you, Valentina.
Hello everyone.
Yeah. Next we have Dr. Aftab Alam. He is the lead scientist at SILAL. Welcome to the webinar, Dr. Aftab.
Hello everyone. Thank you.
So, welcome to all the panelists and thank you for joining us today. My first question is from Valentina. How do you see the integration of smart robotic-driven environmental control system that are transforming the operational efficiency and scalability of vertical farming in urban and peri-urban areas? Over to you, Valentina.
Thank you very much. The initial investment in setting up a vertical farm can be very high. And these upfront costs include advanced lighting system, automated climate controls, and infrastructure for hydroponics or aeroponics. For many businesses, these costs make it challenging to take up vertical farming. So now scalability and profitability are the key topics to consider when we want to grow this business. And the integration of smart environmental control system and automation are the real game changer for vertical farming. So by implementing IoT and automation, we can enable very precise monitoring of the key factors like temperature, humidity, light, and nutrient levels. Resource optimization is a key target, and we will be more than glad to present to the other IoT providers our system to optimize waste management to enhance energy efficiency. The name of the product is Constance, and we will display it during the Global Vertical Farming Show. About automation, by integrating robotics into vertical farming, businesses can achieve greater efficiency, reduce operational costs, and scale up their operations to meet increasing demand in a sustainable way. With the same investment, we can triple the productivity by working 24/7. AI-powered robots can analyze large data sets from sensors and cameras to identify issues, disease or nutrient deficiencies early on. This allows for timely intervention and reduces crop losses, making large-scale operation more manageable. Robotics enables modular vertical farming systems that can be easily scaled up or down based on demand. So automated system can be easily replicated and scaled up, enabling the establishment of larger vertical farms. And this scalability is essential for meeting the food demands of a growing global population.
Thank you so much, Valentina. And absolutely, robotics is clearly boosting both precision and scalability in city farms. So my next question would be from Dr. Aftab. With vertical farming positioned as a climate resilience solution, can you please tell us how can smart irrigation and climate control technologies address challenges like water scarcity and high energy demand, especially in arid and desert regions like the ones SILAL operates in? Over to you, Dr. Aftab.
Definitely. I mean, precision agriculture and precision irrigation are two very important tools and powerful tools, particularly for arid regions. where soil porosity is very high. Water will not be retained by soil for a long period of time, and water usually loses all its presence in the root zone. So we need to keep the moisture in the root zone. And if we have sensors, the moisture sensors in the root zone that can direct switch on and switch off irrigation, you can save lots of fertigation, energy and water both, and of course nutrients. It will be a win-win situation for farmers having precision irrigation to save water and energy and fertilizers. In vertical farming as well, we are using 1/10 of hydroponics in aquaponics or aeroponics, and 1/10 in hydroponics of and the normal irrigated soil-based agriculture. So water scarcity is a major driver for precision irrigation, and also in vertical farming where we can save lots of water. And definitely this is a game changer for arid zone agriculture. And we are actually already employing it in many places, including the US, where we can save lots of water. I.E.M.A is working on this. There are so many other companies that are bringing different kinds of sensors that are very effective sensors that can always switch on and switch off the irrigation system when the water is enough in the root zone. So this is a game changer, and definitely this is most powerful tool, as I told you before, for control environment agriculture and precision agriculture in moving forward.
Thank you so much, Dr. Aftab. That's how tailored smart technologies are helping agriculture to adopt some of the toughest environmental conditions. Now, I would like to ask Subhajit. Subhajit, AI and machine learning are rapidly becoming integral to vertical farming. So, what have been the most effective AI applications for precision nutrient management, disease detection, and yield prediction in control environment? Over to you, Subhajit.
Sure, thanks. So, honestly, artificial intelligence and machine learning are turning vertical farms into living and learning systems these days. So, at ForClimate, we're tackling a couple of those pointers, but we have seen most of the impact in the three key areas which we operate. The first is the nutrient management, second is disease prediction, and thirdly, the yield forecasting. Now, let me start this with precision nutrient management. So we leverage various AI models that could analyze in real time the data from the IoT sensors, the pH, EC, water temperature, even plant feedback through imaging. Now, the systems continuously learns from the crop responses and the environmental conditions to tweak with the fertigation schedules, as clearly mentioned by our previous panelist here. So it's not just about delivering the nutrients, it's also about delivering the right nutrient at the right moment for maximum uptake and minimal wastage. Now, some of the tentative numbers when we have deployed such kind of solutions, that alone has saved us around 15 to 20% of the input cost. Right. Moving to the second part, when it comes to overall disease detection, early intervention is everything. So we use computer vision models trained on the plant image datasets to identify early symptoms, for example, leaf discoloration, spotting, then mildew, etc., that human eyes might miss. We have had cases where our systems have flagged early stage fungal stress even before any physical damage could be was visible with our team as a whole. And lastly, the yield prediction part. This one's a game changer, and lots of like crop models and blueprints are being processed at the moment. So based on the historical data and the current crop growth metrics across various geolocations, AI can now predict harvest dates, expect the projected biomass of the crop, and even market grade quality with high accuracy. So that essentially builds a complete supply chain, a plan, the sales, logistics, and even the labor in advance. So if we have to just summarize this everything in a nutshell, AI is not just replacing, AI is not replacing the grower. It's becoming their smartest and the most data obsessed, you can say, an assistant that is helping them give or deliver the results as a whole.
Thank you so much, Subhajit, and that's incredible. Like this, how AI is moving from concrete concept to concrete impact inside vertical farm. Now, I would like to ask. My next question is from Mahdi. What advancement in hydroponics and aquaponics automation system do you believe will define the next phase of vertical farming technological evolution? Over to you, Mahdi.
Well, if we look to the vertical farms and hydroponics, aquaponics, and the race in that industry since 2020, after COVID-19, it was putting the lights on this industry because there's a need for it. And the climate change, we can realize it now, massive change every year. So definitely with the integration of the IoT with the AI, we are seeing every year big jump like in this industry. But the point is, it's not about only the controlling system what will make this industry successful finally, because definitely there is a lot of solutions, we do see it, but sometimes the cost of the solution, it's not visible. Sometimes also the accuracy of the solution, it's not durable. In the vertical farm, we do simulation like the hydroponics itself as a concept. It's a simulation for the nature. It can be half simulation, like soilless, let's say, and it can be full simulation, like environment and soilless. So in that point of view, we have to look for each element as a primary element. The temperature, it will be making difference. The humidity, it's making difference. The moisture in the air, it's making difference. The water type and temperature, it's making difference. The water source is making difference. All of these things, when we combine it with each other, we do see a lot of successful projects, definitely. But until now, in general, the cost compared to the return back to the need, the equation is not clear for who's going in that direction. We hope this year to see more automative solutions, robotic solutions, especially in the vertical farms. The work, it's in positions, and it's in accurate positions, and it's in levels. So definitely robotic business will make a huge difference, will impact the cost positively. Especially when we talk about vertical farms, that's you want to work in height. So to work in height also, it's another challenge when it's linked to a human work. To go up and down and to manage these things, especially if we utilize the area in good way. We do see the robotic, the drones, it will take a place definitely in controlling these things, and to be in bigger scale, successful in bigger scale. We do see big scales, it's successful, but still, I'm telling you, like the cost is it's quite high compared to the return and the need in the market. But a step by step, year after year, we do see as much as more solutions is there, it's dropping the cost in good way, and it's making things visible. We do have also a few successful projects in UAE, which it's allowing us to produce strawberry in the summer, which is great to have this type of fruit in a country with humidity, high humidity and temperature. It's 45 to 48 in the summer. So this type of successful farms, it's making visible income also, or visible cost to it, because you produce an expensive fruit in a season, you can't get it in here, and all it's coming in logistic, and it's in high cost because it's coming from outside. So the controlling system, as much as it's more accurate to the needs in the market, or to the needs in this country, or to the place you are planning to do the vertical farm, and I believe it will be playing a big role, and we will see a big variety definitely this year and the years after.
Yeah, definitely, Mahdi. Thank you for answering the question. And if we sum up, it is clear that automation is laying the foundation for the next generation of, smarter and scalable growing systems. Now, back to Valentina. My question to you would be, with I.E.M.A's expertise in robotics for sustainable development, how are autonomous system and AI-driven monitoring transforming labor, crop health, and operational precision in vertical farming? Over to you, Valentina.
First of all, to obtain the best return on sustainability, the robotic engineering team should be involved since the very first step of the design of the greenhouse. To get the best from robotic automation, we need to fulfill some requirements for building the greenhouse itself. When we need to use robots, even if they are more and more flexible, they still can't replace human hands. And we need to configure the building according to movement optimization. For instance, to recall sustainability topic, our new version of I.E.M.A moves on rails. This is because batteries have more than one weakness. Transportation by ocean or air is always tricky due to strict regulations and complicated end-of-life recycling. And this is also a very important weak point. So the technology in this case needs to be thought to be easy to install and easy to ship. All the automation will be equipped with a digital box hosting a predictive maintenance software and a router to communicate with the 24/7 control room. So the predictive in the greenhouses must be both for the crop and for the technology to be sustainable, to reduce waste and to make the life of the automation longer. The predictive maintenance tool allows the end user to easily monitor the status of the equipment by analyzing data collected by sensors and shows it in a super user-friendly dashboard. It also has a section where maintenance operators upload pictures and information about the intervention. AI-driven robots use data to predict crop yields, identify potential issues, and suggest improvements. So in this case, we integrate the IoT, as the colleague here, the panelists were saying, together with the machine. Robots can also handle tasks such as planting, pruning, harvesting, which reduces the need for manual labor and allows for continuous operation. This automation increases efficiency and consistency in production. Robotics combined with AI enables precision agriculture by monitoring and adjusting environmental conditions. This ensures optimal growth for each plant and leading to a higher yields and better resource management. Robots can also deliver a precise amount of water, nutrients, and minimize waste and ensure that the resources are used efficiently. This is really crucial for scaling up operation without significantly increase of resource consumption.
Thank you so much, Valentina. Absolutely, automation is really redefining how efficiently we grow and manage our crops. Now, Dr. Aftab, I would like to ask, how do you foresee AI and AIoT driven crop monitoring systems revolutionizing decision making in vertical farming, particularly in ensuring food security and supply chain stability? Over to you, Dr. Aftab.
This is another very powerful tool, artificial intelligence, IoTs, and all this. Data is new oil. This is what people say. So all the data, classical, historical data, plus the data that is an ongoing operation, we can always train to make a perfect decision making, as Valentina was, making sure that we usually perceive any impact that is forthcoming well in advance so that we can prepare. Crop forecasting, disease detection, early disease detection, all are going to impact the overall success of the crop cycle, and that will also stratify the cycle, the supply chain. So definitely, artificial intelligence is paving the way. We had so many things that were unknown. There were some blind spots, artificial intelligence, not only in vertical farming, in all kinds of farming. It is giving us lots of new opportunities to learn more from the data itself and to get better management of the crop and success of the crop. We can handle so many things that previously were a challenge. Now, with the help of artificial intelligence and IoT sensors that we always put in our greenhouses, I recently came across with very nice, small robotic, structure that you can put in your greenhouses. It has an inbuilt camera and a very nice software connected to it, and anything moving when it passes through the camera is recorded. That is basically an insect or anything else, and the software will automatically identify this which kind of insect it is. So from the beginning, you know that these insects are visiting. If they are pathogenic, we are very well prepared to combat these kinds of things that could be havoc in future. Similarly, if there is any disease is setting in crops, if there is some nutritional deficiencies, these artificial intelligence tools can detect very early, so that we can do all such sorts of things. And crop losses are the major concerns for all the farmers around the world, right from land-based agriculture to vertical farming. When I was working in Brooklyn, New York, we had pythium, and it was killing our, rafts over rafts, almost 20, 30%, sometimes even 100% crop was being killed by these kinds of things. And it was very difficult. Always it is difficult for vertical farming to go on bed by bed. If your beds are 14, 15 vertically settled beds, it is very difficult to observe everything. But if you have IO based tools, you can always get the correct information on time, so that you can start, culling the diseased rafts, etc. So now I feel that 10 years back we were facing all those problems, but in near future we are not going to face those problems. So this is a very welcome venture and potential for artificial intelligence in future. I see a huge progress in artificial intelligence based agricultural tools that are coming in our way. And right now, vertical farming is having a bad name that will partially, be replaced by opportunity, particularly in the areas where food security is prime. Now, food security is prime everywhere, even in agriculture countries like India or Indonesia. We are looking for artificial intelligence because resources are getting expensive. For resource efficiency, we need to have artificial intelligence, better decision making, consistency of quality and quantity, so supply chains are stable. Everything is directly related to artificial intelligence made tools. So we are venturing into a very exciting time, and I hope and I wish that besides artificial intelligence, vertical farming will also diversify itself to produce more number of crops, do more R&D on getting the more better crops, so that it can be applicable to all the regions, not only for a particular region. Say, for example, when I was working in the US, in Europe, people are producing more microgreens, baby greens, and leafy greens, and that's okay. But when it comes to Middle East market of microgreens and baby greens, not that much. So we need to have, as Mahdi suggested, strawberry or blueberry or something else in vertical farming. So we need to have crop diversification, plus a new kind of ventures like nurseries, etc., grafted plants that can be prepared for the greenhouse based models. So I see a huge potential in artificial intelligence, not only in agriculture, everywhere in our life. So it is going to change our lives 10 years down the line. We will be different civilization for sure.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Aftab. And that's a great point that you have added. Artificial intelligence is actually paving the way and it's the future. Now, I would like to ask Subhajit, how do smart data analytics platform enhance operational efficiency, reduce waste, and enable predictive farming and vertical farming systems? Over to you, Subhajit.
Great question, actually. And this is something very close to what we're building here at Full Climate. you know. And just resonating with Dr. Aftab and also Valentina regards to the various IoT and AI-based automations that are coming out. So the real magic of vertical farming isn't just about like stacking the plants on layers over layers. It's also about stacking the data. So smart data analytic platforms take all the raw data that is coming across the farm, whether it's the temperature, humidity, the CO2 levels, light intensity, nutrient EC, pH, or even the plant growth images, and you have all those holistic data, and then you turn those into decision-making models. So let me give a very small and a simple example, as most of the urban farming, those who are in this space would be able to relate it. Say your system notices that your nutrient usage is higher on one of the vertical tier compared to the others, but your yield isn't improving. Now that's a red flag. A good analytics platform will not just only catch that, but also suggest tweaks. Maybe the lights are too close or there's a microclimate issue. You fix it, you save the money, and you reduce the overall resource wastage. So that's the direction analytical platforms are moving into. Now, there's predictive farming also. So based on the historical data, systems can now tell growers, hey, in 6 days, your lettuce will hit the optimum harvest weight, or this batch is at risk of having tip burn based on the past patterns. So that changes the overall game in this industry. So previously, we were just reacting to the problems. Now we're anticipating them, having one step ahead of the decision-making process. And just to thinking up this, all of these things adds up to better decisions, less wastage, tighter controls over the cost, and ultimately a more profitable farm. It's like giving your farm a sixth sense, and once you have it, there is no going back. And this is what like I am totally resonating with what Dr. Aftab just mentioned. The future of the human civilization is going to be very different in the next decade to come. So looking into that direction.
Yeah, brilliant, Subhajit. Predictive farming clearly help farms stay ahead of problems instead of reacting them too late. So I agree. Now I would like to come back to Mahdi. At Enjazponic, how crucial is sensor-driven real-time nutrient and pH monitoring in ensuring consistent crop quality and maximizing yields? And how do you see this technology evolving in the next few years? Over to you, Mahdi.
Well, definitely we are using a controlling system which is flexible little bit and or high flexibility, not little, to be fair with it. Like and the development it's ongoing. As what I said, like if we look back to the history of this industry, we do see it's an old new industry, let's say. It's old as a concept, but it's just the last 5 years, the focusing became worldwide in this direction. So from that point of view, and if you look to the vertical farms as a vertical farm, all of it as a full unit, you could say there is more than 20 different, completely different industry in that one place. So you could see a lot of elements. It's not as industry linked to each other. So each one coming to that industry or to the vertical farms from his point of view. You will see the automation people, you will see the software people, you will see the nutrition people, you will see the pesticide, the seeds, the roku, the perlite, and a lot of other elements. So, unfortunately, each one making big difference. So each more advanced in any section from all of these sections, it's adding a big value. One of the most important things, definitely, it's the controlling system. How to be sure that you're doing the correct things, or how to adjust things, or how to learn from even your data. The point is, sometimes if you depend about the same experiment, it's been done successfully in another region, and you apply it in another region, typically exactly the same, it will not work. So the controlling system, it's and the accuracy of sensors, it's giving you the data to let you dig deeply in that data and adjust it and see the difference, and again adjust it and see the difference, and to develop what you grow in that farm. With Enjazponic, we believe in the experiment more than the theories. So we do R&D since 5 years in different places. Even here in front of me, there's 3 sections now for the vertical farms, and we do the development or the R&D. It's going on 24 hours, 365 days per year. It's almost every day. And definitely every month we are learning something new, and definitely every month we are going a step forward. Still, the knowledge, it's huge, and the science, it's huge, and whatever we learn, still we are in the little. So by practicing every single day, by practicing and developing, using the most advanced equipments, using the most solutions providing in the market, meet with the experts, hear from them, visiting them, see their experience and their experiments and how it goes, and year after year, definitely it's adding to your knowledge, different way to look to the subject, all of it. And in reality, to be sure from the beginning to provide a right solution, a right module, which is will be really workable and solving a problem and solving the need in the market, and achieving the food security, achieving the food quality, reducing the waste in food, reducing, it should be also reducing the cost, and it should be increasing the profit for the farmers, because always like agriculture, you will see a big difference in the price between the farm selling and the end user price purchasing, and the huge cost in that, it's linked to the logistic and moving stuff from place to another place, and from a country to another country, and all of these things. While the vertical farms, very soon you will see it inside the cities, and it will be main supply from inside the cities, where we can use a lot of space we are not utilizing. Let's say same of the roof of any mall, same of the roof of any hospital, same of the roof of any hotel, same of the roof of any school, same of the roof of any house or villa or whatever. So any good piece of land, it can be the place of the vertical farm. And with the advanced technology, not only in now, all what we talk about, it's inside the vertical farm place. We are talking about the controlling system, the AI, we are talking about robotics, we are talking, but we have to remember always, it's starting initially from the place we plan to do the vertical farm. Now, with the advanced technology in the glass and the solar panels and the insulation level we achieve in using the glass with solar panel for starting the glass house initially, or the closed environment, and getting the advantage from the sunlight, reducing a little bit from the lights we are using in the vertical farms, having a constant temperature that flat the whole year, in the lowest cost if it's in a cold place for heating, or if it's in a warm place for cooling, from the sustainable resources, even from wind power generation, or from solar panel generation. That direction will make a big impact in the solar panels, in the vertical farms calculation, and successful projects. Because definitely in the vertical farms, we should add lights to support the crops growing well. And if we are in a warm place, we have to add cooling or heating system. And if we want to make it a real automated, so we are not talking about the traditional greenhouses, we are talking about the closed building, it's being built for vertical farm. So from that point of view, or that concept, when it's the calculation initially linked to the sustainable source of power first, which is lasting for long of years and giving us a feasible calculation, making that major cost in the production going to be almost zero because we have sustainable source of power, green power, running our farm, giving us the climate what we want, covering all the consumptions of the electricity inside the city with reducing the cost of logistics. All of that combining with each other with the controlling system, which is giving you the data to motivate your brain to how to think in finding the solutions. Finally, the controlling system, it's a sensors and instruction. Whenever you have this, do that. Whenever you see this, do that. But the most important, it's to look to the data and in first harvest to look for this data, what I use exactly, what it was that, and I will, when I improve any element, let's say the temperature, if I change it, or the humidity, if I change it, or the water temperature, if I change it, even in the vertical farms, you will realize even the flow speed will make a difference in the growing for the crop. So a little critical or different techniques you can use. It's adding a lot of value to the crops to make the vertical farms a real alternative solution. We can depend on it. I believe very soon with the massive improvement happening in the automation controlling system, collecting all of huge data, collecting the data from everywhere around the world, combine it together. It's coming up definitely with a nicer solution every year. And every year we, like in Enjazponic, we do see ourselves every year. We are, if we look to the last year only, we see like we years behind in the last year. So definitely I do see it's year after year, as what Dr. Aftab says earlier, like it can be in 10 years, you will see it in it's the alternative and the future of the agriculture segment.
Thank you so much, Mahdi, for answering it so briefly. So this brings us to the end of this insightful webinar. A heartfelt thank you to all the panelists for sharing their real-world expertise and vision for the future. To our audience, thank you for being a part of today's session. We hope this sparked ideas and inspiration. So do not forget to join us for the 6th Global Vertical Farming Show on 10th and 11th September 2025 at Festival Arena, Dubai. Until next time, take care and keep innovating. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you.